Or the quality of this video. This is a phone video real quick just to give you some pointers on this cage right here. In case, look at this print. This is exactly why I'm making this video, because you can't see shit on here. In case you have a, in my case, 2018 Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX and you happen to get this frame here, ET-666, just to give you some quick pointers. This is not a full installation video. This is not an installation video at all. But my main thing was the points of attachments are more or less clear. I mean, they make sense. They're clear. Removing of the fairing you can find online. There's a great video for that, actually. My only confusion with this was the spacers. So this setup comes with two long-ass bolts that go through the frame, so to say, so they connect from left to right, vice versa, and those are it. Those are the 2 points where the long bolts go through, first of all. Second of all, remove the fairing. Well, you're just removing the fairing to fit this, to reach this bolt, fit this spacer in here. So this brings me to the next point, spacers. This guy seems to be about, what, 1.5 inches or something. A thinner one goes in the front here. The flat, wide one goes down here. A really long one, that just makes sense. It goes here, because, you know, it wouldn't go anywhere else. This one is obvious. But just so you know, the wide flat one, this is the point for it. The thinner, taller one right there, and that was the right side of the bike. Let's go to the left side of the bike. Shoot, a flashlight would be ideal. Do I have one handy? Just bear with me. Like I said, very spontaneous video, but I'm just trying to help people out, save them some time, because I had to trial and error this thing because I couldn't see anything on that instruction. So there you have it. The thinner one, again, 1.5 inches, whatever it is, maybe 2 at most, long. On this side, on the left side of the bike, goes here. Again, the flat, wide spacer goes here. No spacer here. Original bolt, which actually needs to be tightened. Good thing I've made this video. And just a regular bolt with a washers on both sides and a nut down here. So once you figure out the spacers, there's really not much to it. This is very straightforward. It's just a matter of figuring out where these guys go. So tall one, flat one, left side, right side, super long one, flat one, tall one, and that's that. Ignore the rest of the mess. I'm actually wiring some underglow. Since I had to remove the fairings, I figured I might as well. That is still in works. But as far as the frame goes, I mean the frame cage goes, I think, let me go on the lighter side. I think it's great. It hugs the bike really neatly for something that costs 90 bucks. It's thicker steel also, because on the pictures on eBay it wasn't clear, but it's thicker steel. It's pretty beefy, to be honest, and not an ideal welding, but that's the only one that I saw like this. The rest of them are more or less okay, and again, for this price you can't ask for much, man. This is way better than just a regular 1-point sliding what do you call them, sliders. I think this is way better, and it looks, I don't know, the looks is up to you. I wonder if I can actually rest my legs on here, my feet on here. I know I will at some point on the longer rides. I will do that, knowing me. But yeah, and then these go on the ends. This is self-explanatory. So there you have it, your eBay 1000 SX cage installed. Again, the fairing, you don't have to remove it entirely. I did. I didn't know any better, but it brought me to finally install the underglow, so I'm working on that. That's cool, but you really don't. You just need to remove the fairing on all of the points of attachment, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's some underneath here, I think 2, and then 1, 2 at the bottom. If I missed anything, I mean, you'll figure, but one more right here. But the point is, you need to remove the fairing just enough to slide it down so you can reach this guy right here. That's really all you're needing to reach here. Made me even wonder if I could do it with, and I feel like I did, with the right tools. I think you might be able to get away with without removing the fairing, to be honest, with the right tools. This is not the right size, but that guy right there, because as I was reattaching it, man, I kind of worked around the fairing for the most part. Sure, I wiggled it back and forth a little bit, but I don't know. Leave me in the comments if you were able to pull it off without. Oh, and by the way, this is the guy that came out of one of the, I mean, you'll figure it, one of those 2 points. So yeah, there you have it, man. And this beast is about to be put back together. Well, shoot, tons of soldering, still more lights to be installed underneath there for the rear spring to be illuminated. But I wish I could show you with just one hand an example of what I'm doing. Yeah, you can kind of see in the daytime, but I think it looks pretty clean, to be honest. And up front as well. What I really wanted was to install, since I'm already mentioning the underglow, if you are doing it, don't be lazy. When you remove the fairing, this part, the air duct, is removable coming off. It would be ideal to install a little portion of that LED right in here. It would really give it some, how do you say it? Jesus Christ, man, I'm shifting this phone all over the place. But it would just give it the depth and highlight the, you know, the angles of the bike and everything. I know it would look cool, but I just ran out of patience. I'm just like so done with it, because I never done it before. The attachment of the LED strip, I used the wrong glue at first. Then I ended up using double-sided tape. Turns out it sticks better than the glue did, because the LED strip, the one I'm using, is kind of like covered in silicone itself. The reason for that is that you don't see single LED lights like a Christmas tree style. You just see an even light, which I really dig myself personally, but I know most people do the regular LED strips, and they already probably come with the double-sided tape, so probably easier to cut, easier to weld. But I just really wanted that even underglow look. Anyways, hopefully this helps. Deuces.